All right. We are back. We are better than ever. And today we are going to showcase two communities that exist in central Boynton Beach as well as central Lake Worth. And we are going to provide the most immersive experience that you could possibly have, short of sitting right next to me in the vehicle doing this tour live. I am going to showcase Lake Charleston community as well as Smith Farm, excuse me, and we're going to also check out Sun Valley subdivision. We're going to check that out first. So I am in central Boynton Beach, and I define that as being east of the Turnpike and west of 95, and that's a huge section of land. So it's a big landmass that I designate as being central, but anything that is east of 95, I call that east, and anything that's right there on the water between the ocean and the intercoastal, I call that coastal, and then anything out west of the Turnpike would be the western part of whatever city it is that I'm featuring. So we are in traffic right now. The traffic is pretty heavy. It's Friday. It's 5 o'clock or 5:30, and so a lot of people trying to rush home. This, I guess, would be called the rush hour, but we're not in a rush. We are taking our time. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Chris Igoe. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. We're passing Tivoli Lakes, 55-plus community, very nice. I will pop in price points and examples of what the homes look like as we matriculate down the road. And where was I with that? Yeah, so I'm a full-time, full-service realtor with an all-star team that services all of South Florida. I make content to showcase exactly what it's like to live in South Florida, and I'll occasionally add my opinion or thoughts on really anything I think will help serve and support you in your home search and your financial best interest. Now, you may be saying to yourself, the metaverse is crashing. Digital real estate has no value. It's the end of the world. Yeah, Facebook caught a beat down. The market did not like their numbers, and with that, I think they lost about $232 billion in valuation today. So does that mean if the digital world is crashing, that the real world is set to crash too? Maybe not. But here's what we do know. Actually, I'm entering into the Fountains of Boynton, which is the shopping complex, and we've got Alden on the other side. And we're going to check out an area that is not Sun Valley. And why? Because I was paying attention to you and not to the road. So let's keep on trucking. Let's go into Alden Ridge because we're here. And I am not going to speak to price points at this juncture because they move so quickly and there is such little supply and tremendous demand. But what you will find is a nice little neighborhood right off of Boynton Beach Boulevard that you probably would never have heard of if you didn't live here or I didn't turn down the wrong street. So all I'm looking to do is give you a immersive experience of some of the other communities that exist in some of the other price points that are a little less pricey than some of the content that I've done before. And I hope you find it valuable. What you're going to see is really nice homes. And I've had a lot of people reach out and talk about because I mention a lot in my content about resort style communities. Well, what does that mean? And it could mean really anything you want it to mean. But what I mean by that is, does it have resort style immunities? I said immunities. All that COVID talk has got me juxtaposing words. What I meant to say was amenities, not immunities. But does it have those resort style amenities? Does it have the tennis courts, the swimming pool, the resort style swimming pool, a clubhouse, basketball courts, indoor basketball courts, a gym, a yoga studio, and things like that? Does it have those amenities. And what you'll find is that most communities that have been built have some variation of those things. Like the community that we're in right now does have, looks to me like we got a big open green space here, really nice walking trails, which is great. If you live here, you want to walk your dog, you want to walk around, you want to meet the neighbors. It's a nice, friendly family community. It's got a pool, which is great. Some homes have pools, other homes don't have pools. And in most places, at least in Southeast Palm Beach County, most of the communities have a pool or a clubhouse that you can access and max out South Florida living. Now, I love this walking trail. I love the lake. I love the, if you live in one of those homes that are on the lake, you've got this long, scenic, beautiful lake where you can go outside at in the morning. You can have some coffee, sip some coffee. In the evening, if you want to go out there and barbecue or have a little vino or a beverage of your choice, it's you can do that, and you can max out the South Florida lifestyle to its fullest. Now, I'm gonna pull in just to show you proximity of, if you live in this community, one of the cool things about that is you're across the street from the Fountains of Boynton, which has a Publix, has an LA Fitness, has a Lucille's Barbecue, which is phenomenal. It's one of the places that I like to go. I enjoy, their barbecue is really good, but in addition to that, they have, buffalo shrimp tacos. Their buffalo shrimp tacos are ridiculous, and you'll like them. But there's all kinds of shops and restaurants, barber, spa, hair, nails. There's a bagels, and there's a non-urgent care, a couple banks. You've got a Duffy's restaurant over there, which is very popular. And then across the street on the other side, they're building up Main Street at Boynton, which will have apartments. It will be newer. It's going to be really nice. And they're really trying to develop this central Boynton area to have more cachet than it currently has. But they've spent a ton of money, and they're building all kinds of things which will maximize your experience if you live here. Now, I am headed to Boynton Beach Boulevard. I'm going to showcase Sun Valley, which is a community of single-family homes, similar to the community we were just in, and I'll show you exactly what that's like. So away we go. Metaverse is crashing. There's a lot of uncertainty out there, but I want to address what one of the main things that people who reach out to me from around the country and around the world that are interested in buying homes here in Florida. One of the common, you got the post office right there, and I will get back to that thought. You've got a church over here. You've got the club to our right. All kinds of different communities that exist all over the place. And no matter what you're looking for, there is something for every budget. There's Country Fair to our left. We helped a nice veteran buy a home in there utilizing his VA loan, which was great for him. But a common question that people will ask, and actually I've got some clients coming in from Cali tomorrow that found me on YouTube, just like you have, and they're interested in purchasing a home. Now, what people don't realize, and especially if you're seasoned and you've bought and sold homes before, then you probably know all the things I'm going to say. And if that's the case, then just skip to the next chapter, because I will segment this in chapters. But if you're new to this experience and you haven't bought a home before, then you probably think that buying a home today is similar to what it was like in the past. And that's based on experiences that you've heard from probably other people. Well, in today's market, I think we're pulling into Sun Valley. Now, I will get back to this thought. I love this community. It is really pretty. Lots of nice single-family homes that are a little bit older, but you see, they're very well laid out. You got this beautiful tree-lined main road with the royal palm trees, and it's a very nice community. Now, in here, you're going to be zoned for Crystal Lakes, Krista McAuliffe, and Boynton Beach High School. So elementary, middle, and high school. And this house on the corner I sold. Am I getting the right house? Nope, that is not true. Bad Chris. But you're going to see, look, there's tennis courts over here, racquetball. There's a pool. There's a clubhouse. You've got walking paths on either side, so it's very safe. You got a guy walking his dog. Very nice. This house right here. And what was cool about this house was one, it's got that long lake view, which is really cool if you're inside the house. But the interior of the house, which was not staged until I got involved, was so big and open and modern that at the time, this was before the market went berserk, buyers couldn't imagine what the rooms were supposed to be. I mean, it was just wide open, and it was totally updated, totally macked out. Everything was to the nines, or was it to the nines or to the tens? Everything was macked out. So the interior was completely updated, upgraded, all those things. Nice kitchen, nice everything, great pool. Actually, I don't remember if it had a pool. But nonetheless, people couldn't envision what the home was what room was supposed to be what. And so when I got that listing, I solved that by staging it. I don't know why nobody had thought of that previously, but nonetheless, it sold very quickly. And again, that was before the market. In today's market, people don't need an imagination to purchase a home. They just need to get the hell out of where they're at and into South Florida in a home that has everything that they want and a lifestyle that has everything they want to. So I am not going to turn down the dead end. I am going to turn into or onto this street, and they're flying Old Glory. God bless America, land that I love. All right, let's not hit these people and their doggy, or I'm going to jail forever. Hello. All right, so crisis averted. So getting back to the buying process here in South Florida, and if you're not familiar with the market, well, there is not a lot of inventory and there is tremendous demand. Now, truthfully, there are sections that are way more intensely competitive than others. And also, oh dear God, that is bright light. And in addition to that, there are 90,000 agents in this area, and only 1,000 do 10 deals or more a year. And depending on what the price point of those 10 deals or more a year are, selling 10 homes in a year could basically mean you're barely able to survive. And I don't say that to, pound my chest and tell everybody how great I am. I say that because there are realtors who will allow their clients to dictate the value of the homes, and when that happens, it sends the wrong signal to really everybody. And in this market, again, depending where you're located and the condition of your home, if you choose to employ that strategy, well, I got news for you. It's not going to work. So there are anomalies that exist out there that can make it a little bit confusing. However, by and large, at least in most of the communities that we service, it is very competitive. So the misconception is that there is time, which you don't have. And here's what I mean by that. Chances are, if you know where you want to be, assuming that this is true, you know where you want to be, you know that you want to be, you've done your research, you've done your homework, you've done the tours, you've watched my videos, or you already know, and you want and you want to buy a home. You know where you want to go, but you know exactly what neighborhood, what subdivision that you want to be in, and you want to purchase that home. Well, I can promise you that there are at least 30 other people or more from around the country and around the world that also want that same home. And so when we identify the home that you want or you think that you might want, we must take action instantly. And you don't have time. So it is imperative that prior to us doing anything that resembles shopping, you must have your finances and your financing in order. So the contract in Florida defaults to a 30-day loan approval. If you have a 30-day loan approval in a competitive market on a home that other people want, you have zero chance of getting that home, because it doesn't take 30 days to get a loan approval. Simply does not. So the first step that you must do if you are serious about buying a home is giving yourself a competitive advantage in the market that we're in right now. And that means you must have a lender and must have a maximum of a 10-day loan approval. If you have anything more than that, you are at a significant strategic disadvantage to getting what you want. And that's the truth. And here's why. Well, why, Chris? Why is that possible? Why isn't 30 days good enough? Or in some cases, you're dealing with a large institution like a Wells Fargo or some other big bank, and they take 45 days. Well, I got news for you. No seller is ever going to accept those terms. They want to know that their home is sold, and the best way for them to know that is with a loan approval in 10 days. So at the end of those 10 days, you have your lender has demonstrated, and they've done all they need to do as far as underwriting is concerned, which is why a desktop underwriting is imperative up front. But you need to have all of those things in place so that you can be competitive against any other financed offer, and in some cases, even cash offers. It is not uncommon for us to beat out cash offers with financing. Dear God, where did my clip? I'm losing my mind. All right. We're going back. We're going way back. And I'm about to miss a turn again, but not going to happen. Going to use my blinky. Oh, lady, good thing you're not on camera. I just caught you picking your nose. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I may or may not be guilty of the same thing, just not on camera. All right, so here we go. And we are headed back. And I am doing this intentionally so I can showcase to you where things are at, but also the communities of Lake Charleston and Smith Farm, which are both very, very, very popular, very, very in demand for families that want to be in school, in optimal, good school districts that are in resort-style communities. On our left, we are passing the estates at Boynton Waters, which is very nice. And we're just making our way down the road. Got Boynton Waters to our right. Again, another nice single-family home community. And we are headed north into central Boynton. Again, central Boynton is very big, so it covers a lot of territory. On our left, we've got Ponte Vecchio, which is a 55-plus community, which is very nice. And we're coming up on Gateway. Now, I could turn down Gateway and get you to where we want to be. However, I'm not going to opt to go that route. And instead, I'm going to take you past Park Vista High School so you can see it, so you can lay eyes on it and see how cool it is. We've got Aberdeen Golf and Country Club on our left. Now, Aberdeen has a mandatory membership section. You've got the JCC to our right. Did we pass the Publix shopping center? Yeah, we passed the Publix. And we are going to be coming... Nope, I got that wrong. We're passing the Publix now. We're going to be passing my office very shortly. Not that anybody really wants to see the exterior of that building, but that's where the magic happens. All right, so this is the Aberdeen Plaza. You've got commercial space. To our left, you've got Aberdeen. To our right, you've got La Chalet Boulevard. And there are some really nice homes that exist out there. I am not showcasing them today because, again, I promised I would be more brief than in the past. You've got the links at Boynton Beach, which is allegedly, according to them, the #1 municipal golf course in Boynton Beach. And I don't know whether that's true or not. And here's Park Vista. Park Vista Community High School, which is excellent. Many people move out here specifically for that. You've got St. Andrews, which is an apartment community. Actually, scratch that. It is condos. And then over here, you've got Park Vista School, which is a great school. To our left, you've got the Springs, which is a single-family, it's a gated single-family home community. Oh, this is all cockeyed. And you've got this big sprawling high school, which is really nice. Right adjacent to that is a park that I think is really cool. I come here a lot with my childrenos. It's West Boynton Park and Recreation Center. Let me see if I can. All right. So you've got all kinds of football and soccer fields that exist. You got tennis courts, which look like they need to be spruced up a little bit. And then you've got a recreation building, but you've got a skate park back here. You got a bunch of different baseball fields. You've got a walking trail, which is incredible. They've got sand volleyball, which people are playing at right now. Oh, that's a better angle. And then you've got a playground that my kids just go buck wild at. I don't know how well you can really see that, but when I flip around, I'm hoping you will be able to see it. But this park is huge, and you can, I suspect, see, they got a hockey rink. I didn't even realize they had a hockey rink. And then they've got a skate park over here, which I want to send a spell. You got some young punks out there. I used to be a young punk. Now I'm an old punk. But look at that facility there. It's really, really cool. You can see it's crowded. I love going there with my kids, let them burn off some energy, which never happens. No matter how much I play with my kids or how hard I try to exhaust them, it never happens. Ever. Just never happens. I thought I had a lot of energy until I had kids, and then I realized that I don't. But I'm doing all right for an old guy. All right, so we are going to leave this parking facility here so that we can showcase these other communities that I said I would. And I'm hoping I can do this before we lose the cover, not the cover of darkness, but the cover of light. I'm hoping to do it while the sun is still out. And again, I have severely underestimated how long this would take, because well, I guess I have no concept of time. All right, well, let's see. Is this oh God, please don't tell me that the audio is not working. Oh, I've said this in other videos and it remains true now as it did then, which is that if the audio did not take and I have to reshoot this video, I will legitimately cry like a baby. And nobody wants to see that. So, away we go. We're going to go. No, this will not take. So if I went into North Tree, which is another nice community, I don't believe that connects with the road that I wanted to, which is Hagen Ranch, and so that would be a complete waste of time, and nobody likes their time wasted. So I'm not going to do that, but instead we are going to sit here and continue my thought about the buying process. So you're out there, you want to move to Florida, you know where you want to be, you're comfortable with the area, you've or let's say it this way, perhaps that you don't know exactly where you want to be, but when I say you don't know where you want to be, you know where you want to be in terms of location, but you don't necessarily know the exact subdivision that you want to be in, right? Because some of these areas are so big that there are, a tremendous amount of options as it relates to different subdivisions. Now, again, there's not a ton of inventory for sale, but there are homes for sale. So, you find several that check all the boxes, that they happen to be in different subdivisions, but let's go out there and pretend that there's enough inventory to satisfy this hypothetical situation. You find 3 homes that check all the boxes, right? They're zoned for the right schools. They're in an area that you love. You can see online you can go online and basically see everything that you'd ever want to see about a neighborhood aerially, but you feel confident that this is the home that you want to write up a contract on. Writing up a contract does not mean that you've bought the home. So understand that going in. What it does is it precludes someone else from buying that home that you're interested in. And in this market, again, I don't say this for dramatic effect, and I don't say this to for any self-serving motive. If you want the home, or you potentially want the home, then you must write up a contract instantly to preclude someone else from purchasing it. The market is that competitive. So what that looks like on our end is we've done the initial research, we've done the initial homework. When I say we, you've and I have done the homework to make you feel comfortable about which area you want to be. So, for example, Chris, I want to live in West Boynton. I want to be in a community like Canyon Trails, if not one of the canyons. Then I know exactly where to be hunting for homes for you, and you're going to be nobody's going to find your home better than you are. And you've got, essentially, here's the truth, I don't know that everybody tells this or that you know it, you're going to essentially have access to almost all the information that I have access to by using a third-party portal like Zillow. Now, their estimate's going to be wrong, and you probably won't have all the data that I have, but you've got enough data to be able to determine whether you love the home or not. And so with that information, we can go out there, and again, we will have already done a consultation, but just so you know what the market looks like. And the main reason I'm sharing this is I had someone reach out to me recently, and they found me on YouTube. They did not reach out to me. They did not, they didn't communicate with me at all, but here they are in Stuart, and they expect me to be available on demand to be able to help serve and support them at the highest level. Well, the truth is, I'm not available on demand to go show homes to anybody. I'm just not. And neither is any other top producer out here in South Florida. You have to schedule some time, and I have to allocate that time so that I can serve and support you at the highest level. If you don't do that, then that's unfortunate, because as much as I'd love to help, I can't. I'm booked, and I'm booked way in advance. And so are other realtors that are performing at a high level. So anyhow, I did my best to try to help serve and support them, and we did try to, on the fly, quickly put something together where we got them approved and did the heavy lifting that needs to be done up front, but they didn't do any of those things. So without any of those things, now we're coming up on right now Aberdeen Fairways, which is, again, really nice. I think I mentioned this earlier, but if I didn't, as it relates to Aberdeen, there are areas that are mandatory membership, and then there are other sections that are not. So the mandatory membership sections are going to have certain financial obligations that exist that you have to really love. We got Bristol Lakes on our left, very nice community, and we are still continuing our way now west to Hagen Ranch, so I can show you Lake Charleston and Smith Farms. But it was interesting in our conversation when I spoke to her. They said, well, we talked to somebody in Stewart and they were able to help us instantly. Yeah, that's because it's Stewart. The demand in Stewart is nothing like what it is here in South Florida. And when I say South Florida, I'm talking about Southeast Palm Beach County as well as Broward. But okay, we are on Hagen Ranch. Now, I hope I didn't rub anybody the wrong way. That was not my intent, but, full disclosure, we are booked in advance. We are very intentional with our time and yours. We are going to set you up for success. We are going to ensure that you understand what the process is prior to us ever doing anything. We're going to make sure you got the estates at Aberdeen on our left, you've got Waterford on our right. Again, both great communities. Different price points exist all throughout Boynton Beach, and some of them, you got Bermuda Isle on our left. Again, nice communities, but we are focusing on getting to Lake Charleston and showcasing what that looks like. But if you'll notice, you got these beautiful tree-lined roads, a lot of green space. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It's very wide open, which I think is a great look. And there are trails everywhere, so you're going to be able to go out there and walk and bike and run or whatever you want to do. You've got Ashford and Ashford Green. Lots of opportunities, right? Okay. So going back to the, so we're going to set you up for success, but that success also requires work on your end. It's not a one-sided deal here, right? And we are as committed to you as you are to us, right? So when we do these things, they're not because we're doing them on a whim, or you've got an incredible park to our left over here, and this is the Lake Charleston community. That park and that great giant wide open space is really accessible to you if you live in this community. However, I want to go through the main entrance because there's a better park, and it will show you it'll also showcase how close you are to the school that exists right here. And you're across the street from Smith Farm, which is why I'm showcasing both. But yeah, no, there are steps that must be taken to ensure that you get what you want and have every competitive advantage that exists. And once you've done those things, then we can go into action very quickly when you do identify the home that you want. And some of those things are high tech, some of those things are low tech, right? So in this market, again, I mentioned there's 90,000 agents that exist in this market, and only 1,000 do 10 deals or more a year. A lot of those agents, when submitting an offer, don't take the time to reach out. All right, now check this out. I've done videos here in the past, so I'm going to link them. But this particular park and this particular subdivision is one of my favorites. It's really a nice community. And you've got all of this open field space. You've got soccer fields. You can see there's people walking, playing with their kids in the playground. You've got a clubhouse. You've got a pool. You've got this enormous lake, hence the name Lake Charleston. You got some boardwalks out here. Really nice place to live. And there is some the price points, depending on the condition of the home, you can get something in the sixes and the 700,000s. They can be way more than that if they're really maxed out homes. But there's still, and I use the term relative, there's relative affordability in here, and it's zoned for some great schools. So this checks a lot of boxes for a lot of potential buyers that are interested in homes. Now, there are all kinds of subdivisions that exist within Lake Charleston, but I'm referencing Lake Charleston as a group, and I'm not going to break it down. And so there are older homes that exist in here, and this is what it looks like at almost 6 o'clock on a Friday. A lot of police officers that live in here. That could be a pro or a con, depending on what your lifestyle is. For me, it's a pro. I'm friends with lots of police officers. But this is what the community looks like, right? Now, I'm not going to take you through. This is a massive subdivision. There are lots of different subdivisions within the grouping of Lake Charleston. I'm not going to go through all of them because we don't have time for that, and we're losing the light as it is. And I've already talked way longer than I thought I was going to. But I can't help myself. When I'm on a roll here, I can't stop when it's on. So we're going to keep on trucking and continue to provide you with the most valuable content that exists. You've got, so this is Park View, that's Addington Lakes. I'm going to go a little bit further before I loop around, but I want you to just get a sense of the inventory, the product that exists. By product, obviously, I mean homes. You've got two-story, you've got ranch style, you've got all kinds of different options. So this would be Addington Estates West. And you can see that the homes are a little bit different than the last one that we were in. There's a little bit more spacing between them. I suspect they're a little bit newer. But again, these are not new homes. These are, this community is nowhere near as new as the Canyons or anything like that. In fact, let me look here and see. You would think I would know this given as much time I've spent in each of these communities, but the truth is I often forget. But this is early 90s-ish in terms of style and construction and stuff like that. But you see kids outside playing in the cul-de-sac, their mom's sitting outside in the driveway watching them play. Looks like they're playing tennis. You know, nice community. I'm not going to run over his ball. I'm going to wave. Hello, children. They wave back. Nice family. You can see in the backyard of one of those homes, I could see they had a whole playground set up. But this is what you're going to find here. You're going to find nice young families. Well, I don't know if they're young, but you're going to find nice families, nice family lifestyle. I've got lots of friends that live in these communities, and there's lots of access to really everything that you would want very close. So from this location, you're less than 15 minutes from the beach. You're 20 minutes from Palm Beach International. You're probably about 45 minutes from Fort Lauderdale Airport, an hour from Miami, 2.5 hours to Orlando. So really, you got the best of everything you could want. And I hope that is still recording my mapped feature. I don't have a clue whether it is or it isn't. So I'm looking now. The suspense must be killing you. All right, well, it looks like it mapped something. Hopefully it looks good on the video. And again, prayer to the audio god that it's recording the right way. All right, but it's getting dark. It's 6 o'clock. I'm sure my kids are not happy that I'm not home to play with them. But I'm going to wrap this up quickly, or as quick as I can, as quick as traffic will permit, and showcase what it's like, especially in proximity to Smith Farms, which again is very close. I keep making it plural. It's not. It's Smith Farm. Okay, so we're back on Hagen Ranch. Now, the Lake Charleston community is zoned for Manatee Elementary, Krista McAuliffe Middle School, and Park Vista High School. And Park Vista you saw already. And again, really pretty sky. Lots of people walking out there, maxing out South Florida living to its fullest. And why wouldn't you? But all right, we're going to keep on trucking. To our left is Sterling Cove. To our right, over here, is another big ballpark, which is very cool. And then you've got the middle school that's right there. However, if I go, and I'll pop it into the video so that you can see it, but it's literally right here. So all the schools are close, and but so is Smith Farm. So I got to make a judgment call here. Do I showcase the school, which I can pop in, or do I drive you over to Smith Farms, which is right around the corner? If you guessed Smith Farms, then you guessed right. Again, another really nice community out here, and just on the edge of what I would describe as West Boynton or West Lake Worth, but I still deem it to be central because it, again, is not west of the turnpike. So away we go. And the cool thing is, if we were to keep going down this road and cross over the turnpike bridge, you'd find the community of Isola Bella. On the right, they built out some new communities that are over there, which, shame on me, I don't even remember the name of. And then after that is a retail space, which in there is the home. Well, there's a Publix. There's all kinds of other stuff too. But here we go. We're at Smith Farm. Singular, not plural. And what a nice entrance. Of course, we're losing the light, which is not optimal. All right, so we are entering Smith Farm. I don't have an appointment. I doubt they're going to let me in, but I'm going to try anyway and see how that turns out. If they let us in, great. If not, then we'll see what that yields us. But you're going to find some really nice amenities in here, really nice families, very friendly, very welcoming. You can max out South Florida living. You're going to find homes in here that are a little bit more affordable than you might find over in the canyons or any of the newer homes that exist. Let's try this. What's going on, my man? I'm a realtor. I am not on the list at all. I just wanted to do a little video for my clients, if that's okay, and then just turn them right around. Is that cool? Nope. I can give you my license. Oh, man. I think I can. Yeah, here we go. That's me. Thank you, sir. You ask, you shall receive. All right. So we are now in Smith Farm, and the light is fading quickly, so I'm going to wrap this up. I just want you to see a little bit of what the community looks like, and I've previously done content in here, so it will be part of the playlist. So don't sleep on the playlist. Chances are, if there's the fuzz. If there is a community or a subdivision that you are interested in, it's more than likely that I've already done content that features what it's like to live in that community. And in the event that that's not the case, then please just let me know what community that you'd like to learn more about, and I will create that content as soon as I possibly can. So you got Forest View, you've got Millwalk over there. We helped We helped a young family from Seattle relocate to this neighborhood, and they love it. But the light is shining bright. No, the light is not shining bright. It's starting to get late. The sun is starting to set, so I'm going to wrap this up. I do want to, let's see if I can pan this out. Just give you more of a sense of what the community looks like as we pull into the clubhouse of Smith Farm, which is really nice. And hopefully you can see they got a nice clubhouse. They've got some great fields back here, basketball courts, swimming pool. You got some kids playing basketball right now. They've got a huge wide open green space that hopefully you can see this. Let me change that. Yeah. So you see some kids. Little kid just made a basket. Swish. And then you've got the pool area. So again, I hope you find this to be very valuable content, and we love creating it. So again, if there's anything if there's any particular area I haven't covered and it's not in the playlist, then please let me know what it is and I'll be happy to feature it for you. Don't sleep on the relocation guide either. You can click the links down below, or I will tag it in the video, and it's going to tell you everything you'd ever want to know about every community that exists within South Florida. It is very comprehensive. It's not just it's not a fluff piece of me just trying to capture your information. It's actually very valuable content. All right, well, that being said, I can no longer see myself, and it is getting dark, so I will wrap this up. If you're even thinking about moving to South Florida or moving within South Florida, you've got to reach out to me. We can make your next move so much easier. There is nothing to stress about. Let us do the heavy lifting, and we will find you your dream home and dream lifestyle. But it starts with the reach out. So call, text, DM, send a carrier pigeon, a smoke signal, by any means necessary, because we've got your back when it comes to moving to or living in South Florida. And until next time,